And then I love to write a number to see PDF.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Okay. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Please,
sister.
the person that is screen sharing this should stop.
Who is that?
Which screen sharing?
It's Tomura Shigaraki.
Let's start with this.
Just do this one. It's very important. Just on the hot screen share. Do this one all the way down.
Okay.
No, there should be that. No. This one. Stop IPG. Let's see. Which one?
I want to start with this one, but I'm going to need that one.
Okay. Okay.
So please don't do that. Excuse me, I want their shots. I want to send their shots. Yeah, good morning. How are you? JSS2. How are you? Yeah, so the last class, I want someone to remind me, please use the chat box for only academics. Please, only academics. If you put anything that is not academic there, I may be forced to remove you. So use it for only academics. Now, I want someone to, are we copy notes? Yes. Yes, you are copy notes. Yes. Yes, you are copy notes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are copy notes. Okay. What was the last topic? Someone to quickly remind us the last topic before we move on. Last topic, please. Uniqueness of human. That's Amida Popola. Thank you. Uniqueness of human. We said that some things make human unique from other animals. That first, that man belongs to a certain class. Which class is that? We are happy to see you, sir. Thank you. Same here. Please put your real name. Which class do you say human belong to? Class of animal. Iman, you are happy to see me. I'm happy to see you too. Thank you. Before primate, I mean that before primate, first mention a particular class to which primates to belong. Amida, yes, Amida Popola, yeah, mammals, Rukewe, mammals, yes. Any other person again? Mammals, yeah, you are right now, mammals. And one more person, okay, I have a third person, Sheriff over mammals, thank you. We now say that mammals have certain characteristics, that there are certain characteristics that will make you to know that these animals are mammals. We identify 4. Can you give them to me now, one after the other? Characteristics of mammals. This is to prove that, okay. Yeah, okay, so that, stop. I think that's coming from the office. Thank you, office. Thank you, NTIC office for the morning. So I've told them too that if you disturb or you type anything that is not academic, you stand the risk of being removed. Okay, and that's the warning again being posted by NTIC. Okay, they give birth to their young ones alive. Sheriff Oba, that's correct. I mean that they give birth to the young ones alive, that's correct. Yeah. They feed young one with the milk from the mammary gland. Sheriff Oba, thank you, Sheriff. Okay, the animals that give birth to the young ones alive. Can we just put the animals that give birth to the young ones alive? We have one term that we use to refer to them in science. What is that terminology? They have fours. They have fours, so it's correct. Yeah, so you have given me 3 now. They give birth to the young ones alive. They feed their young one with milk. They have 4. Yeah, they are all correct. But now I'm not asking you that animals that give birth to their young ones alive. There is a terminology with which we refer to them in science. What is that terminology? They move with their limbs is another characteristic. Tomura Garaki say mammals. Rivana say mammals. The terminology that we used to refer to animals that give birth to their young ones alive. You are still telling me the name of their class. Mammals, yes. Abdulatif say mama. Rivana say primate. The animals that give birth to their young ones alive, they are called primates. Okay, Rihanna used to. They have 4 on their bodies. Yes, they feed their young women. Okay. Well, thank you. But the spelling do not ophiporus, not ophiporus, ophiparus. Let me give you the correct spelling. Thank you. Ophiparus. Yeah, this is the spelling now. Ophiparus. But ophiparus, those ones, they lay egg. They don't give birth to their young ones alive. What is now the name of the ones that give that to their young ones? I think we have helped you with the spelling of that ophiparus I wanted to spell. Aha, thank you, Rick. You got it now. Perfect. Right. Ophiparus. Animals that give birth to their young ones alive are called ophiparus. So mammals are ophiparus. Okay. Now, from the class, all right, I think that's okay. Then from that class, mammalia, we now have a special group of animals refers to as primates. Okay, what are now the characteristics of primates? Characteristics of primates now. Let's go. Characteristics of primates. Characteristics of primates now, yes. Give them in no particular that, just give me the characteristics of primates that you know. I'm waiting. They can stand on their 4 limbs. Yeah, they can stand on their 4 limbs. Okay, why do you say they can stand upright? Organla Faisal. They have brain, well-developed nervous system. That's correct, Sharif. Rihanna Yusuf. So my name is Rahana, not Rihanna. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. They have shoulder. Sharif over shoulder. Organla Faisal, they have 4. So it's just still talking about mammals. Now, primates now. Is the note much? Not really. They have thank you. They have nails. Okay. Nose. They have peripheral brain structure. They have got. They have nails on their hands. Okay. All right. Now the final question on the last class. Now, what are those things that humans do that make them unique? The characteristic features of humans that now make them unique from other animals. Yeah, give me 4. They think. Thank you, Sharif Oba. Thank you. Thumb up for you. They think. I've got 1. I want 3 more. Then we go to the next lesson for today. Language. They can communicate. They can communicate. That's Mashud Abdul Malik. You are right. Sharif, you say they invent new things. They are able to invent tools that they use. Ima, yeah. Every vertebrate has a score now. Yeah, that's correct. So that's why I questioned that score written by that person too the other time. They have different languages. They can reason and they can measure. Thank you. Yes, you've done well. Okay. Those of you that submitted your assignments, I've marked them. The ones submitted using NTIC Ogun GSS2 at ntic.edu.ng. I've evaluated them today. The ones you submitted into my private email, I will do that later. Then if you have not submitted your own, please do. Okay. All right. Now today, thank you. So let's stop the chat now. Thank you. All right. Today now we are. How do we submit? Wow, you can submit using Ogun JSS2, Ogun JSS2 at ntic.edu.ng. All small letter though. Yeah, Ogun JSS2 at ntic.edu.ng. Small letter, okay? Or you can send it privately to me at adetayolufemi@yahoo.co.uk. All right. Okay, now we go straight now into today's topic, and then we'll be learning changes in living things. Changes in living things. That is the topic for today. Changes in living things. All right. Now, every one of us will know what is meant by changes, and we know what is meant by living things. The way we are now isn't the way we were maybe some 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 years ago. We continuously change. Please, I will be waiting for you to take note. Please write your notes, take down notes, because at the end of this class, to the assignment, changes in living things. Now, this is not the size we were last maybe some 4 or 5 years ago. We continuously change, just as living things. We grow, because growth is one of the characteristics of living things. Now, so this morning, we're learning changes in living things. I hope you have written that. Now, our first way by which we measure changes is through growth. And growth is defined as an increase in size as a result of cell division. Increase in our size as a result of cell division, that increase in the size of living organisms, whether plant or animal, as a result of cell division. The second one is development, and this one is simply defined as the advanced changes brought about as, are we together? Yeah, is defined as the advanced changes brought about as the organism increases or the organism grows. Okay, and scientifically, there are differences between growth and development. In some instances, maybe in our day-to-day communication, we normally interchange the word growth for development and development for growth. But scientifically, there are differences between them, as we are going to see shortly. So growth, increase in size as a result of cell division. Okay, so when you get to the senior class, maybe it's not secondary school, you'll be taught that our cell develop, our cell grow, our cell multiply through a process. The cell through a process called mitosis. That's this body cell. Whereas the sex cell divide or grow through the process called meiosis. So results of increase in our size as a result of cell division is one that is called growth. But the advanced changes brought about as the organism grows is what is called development. Okay. My G says some o'clock. Please, JSS2 behave, no rubbish chatting. Just be attentive and take your notes. So this is for all of you. This is for all of you. Keep quiet all so and listen. Okay, now I want to believe that you are done with this. Now, let's quickly see some of the differences between growth and development, so that when in our daily usage, we want to use them, we know that there are differences between them. So growth, first difference between growth and development is that growth can be measured. Growth can be measured. For example, we can measure our height, we can measure our weight. We can measure our height, we can measure our weight, but development cannot be measured externally. We cannot use external means to measure growth. Okay. But we can measure our height, we can measure our weight. You recall that as part of the criteria for you to gain admission to school is that they will take your weight and take your height. So that will now be used to measure how you are growing as you continue your journey in the school. But development cannot be measured externally. Okay. The second difference between them is growth ceases in human at maturity. That means that there is a limit to which human can grow. But development continues till the last day of an individual's life. Consider. Okay. Growth, it does not follow a particular line. It's not compulsory that this is the line that you must toil, that you must follow if you are growing. But development, there is a particular order of development. A boy developing to become a man, there is a particular order to follow. A girl developing to become a woman, there is a particular order to follow. There is a direction to follow. So there are specific features that you will show when you are growing from maybe a boy, when you are developing from a boy to a man. There is a particular feature to follow when you are developing from a girl to a woman. But for growth, there is no specific plan, no specific pattern. So it does not follow a particular line. Just trying to wait for you to put it before I go to the next one. Okay. But if you want to say anything, maybe okay, go to the other slide, the previous slide, blah blah blah, like that. You can just tell me. But otherwise, keep calm. Okay. Yeah. Ridwana, are you done? Just nod if you are done. Are you done? Thank you. Tomura, are you done? Tomura, are you done? Not yet. Okay, we are waiting. Tomura, are you okay now? Tomorrow, can I move on? Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Look at these images and see. Okay. The sizes of living things changes as time goes by. So, human. Look at this. Maybe few months old. Look at this. Some years old, and see mommy here. The same thing with animals too. You can see the growth and plants. So growth and development, they occur in organisms, both plants and animal. So this is mother, and mother tree too. But before mother, first starting as babies, then grow up gradually like that. Okay, breaking, maybe it's the network. There you can see this ones too. All right, but let's come here now. Okay, developmental changes or stages. Okay, here you remember that we have established the fact that there are differences between growth and development. Now, as we are developing, mind the word I use, developing. I did not use growing. I said as we are developing. Developmental stages are any observable appearance of certain features of capability. Okay, certain is appearing to twice. Appearance of certain feature capabilities. And scientists have been able to group these stages into 4 for us. That the period of infancy, that's between 0 to 2 years. At that time, we said we refer that person as being an infant. Okay, the period between 3 and 11 as childhood. The period between 12 and 18 as adolescence, and 18 and above as adulthood. So other classification may vary slightly, but the variation is not going to be that large or enormous. Okay, because you may see another classification later on as we go on, but it's not going to be enormous, it's not going to shout. Okay, so infancy ranges from age 0 to 2, childhood from 3 to 11, adolescence from 12 to 18, and adulthood 18 years and above. I want to believe that majority of us, where do we belong to now? Majority of us, where do we belong to? Read Anna, what do you say? Childhood? Okay, type it, let me see it. Okay. Majority of us in JSS2. Okay. Okay. let me just quickly read some of your responses. Don't worry, don't worry. Let me just read some of your responses. Let's learn. Okay. Some of you will be blocked here shortly because you are still putting. Okay. Victor said adolescence. Tonti said childhood. Abdul Malik said adolescence. Abdulaziz said Majority is childhood. Christian said, sir, adolescence. Okay. Did you change your mind? Ridwana said childhood. Sharif said adolescence. Okay. Majid said childhood. Abdulaziz childhood. Childhood. Okay. Oganla childhood. Okay. All right. Okay. Next. What are the characteristics of infancy now? As an infant, what do we expect to see in an infant? What characteristics show? Please don't insult anybody. I think it's all right now. Okay. It's all right. Okay. Let's continue with our study. Characteristic feature of infancy: girls don't insult boys. Boys don't insult girls. Redwana, be careful. Christian, be careful. Okay. All right. Now, what are the characteristics of infancy? 1, head is large in proportion to the rest of the body. I don't know if you have noticed that before. Have you ever tried carrying your younger one that's still a baby? You see that the head will not stand properly and firmly on the neck. The neck will the head will be like trying to fall off. It's because the head is large in proportion to the rest of the body. Okay, the shoulder and hips are narrow. Then after some time, teeth will start coming out. Then they are able to sit after some time, walk, and run. Can infant run? Not immediately after birth. Don't forget, infancy is the period between 0 to 2 years. So at least a 2-year-old girl, a 2-year-old child can run. Even 1-year-old can run. Yeah, even 1 year can run. So infancy is period between 0 and 2 years. So Iman, I hope I've answered your question. Asan, are you listening? Yeah. But don't insult anybody. Don't call anybody a child or an infant. Can infant run? Christian Victor, yes. Infancy is the period between 0 to 2 years. Yeah. Ask Mr. Eting. What was Mr. Eting here? Carter, please be careful. Okay, now they run because it's period between 0 and 2. Don't just look at this period between 0 and under 1. Even a 1-year-old child can sit, walk, and run. So, not talk of 2. So, infancy is between 0 to 2. Take note of that. Sir, I started running when I was 1 month old. Ablative. It's a lie. 1 month. Amita, sir, why do they raise their hands when learning to? Why do they raise their hand when they need to walk? I believe that's what I said. When they raise their hand, they are trying to look for support. They are learning to walk. So they too, they have this fear in them that they are going to fall. So they are putting up their hand looking for support. Somebody help me. That's what they're trying to say. But gradually they get used to it. And if you want to support them, they just tell you, no, they wave you out and they continue to move on. Started running at 3 years. Why did you wait that long? And how did you know? Christian, ability what? Okay, sir. All right, that's okay. So these are the characteristic features of infancy between 0 and 2. Let's move on now. Childhood period now. What happens at childhood? We may not be able to, itemize all of them, but at least we have summary here. Physical growth in stature and weight. You are no longer the baby boy or the baby girl that mommy puts on her back and back around. No. Permanent teeth begin to come out to replace the milk teeth. The permanent teeth or the wisdom teeth, replace the milk teeth or the temporary teeth. Milk teeth or temporary teeth, permanent teeth or wisdom teeth. They replace the milk teeth because the milk teeth will begin to fall off. They fall off one after the other, and permanently you now replace them. Languages are spoken clearly. At childhood, you become master at the use of languages. So it's even very fast at that period. You can speak as many languages, you can pick up as many languages as you want to pick. So when do we grow permanent teeth? As soon as you are 6, 7 and above, the temporary teeth or the mid teeth, they start falling off, and the permanent teeth you begin to replace them. Okay. I saw one question here, but I still have milk teeth. Wow, bless you. Yeah, then you are still a baby. Okay, no problem. Start growing hair in your region and armpit. Not at childhood, though. We are still coming there. Abdulatif, just hold on. Okay, then learning and information processing increases in speed. Yeah, memory becomes increasingly longer. Okay, so your ability to memorize things, to retain things, increases at childhood. Okay. Yeah, if it says he's still an infant, don't insult him, just leave him and let's continue with our own study. But we know that there's nobody in this class that's still an infant. God forbid bad thing. Okay. All right. Are we done with features of childhood? Why are they always restless and scatter stuff? Yeah, you did that too. You did that too. You know, at that time when you did it, you were a bundle of energy. You have a lot of inbuilt energy inside you that you want to dissipate. So you want to burn the energy, you want to burn the fat. So you are restless, you scatter things a lot. And it's actually a sign of good living, you know? But it's because they want to dissipate energy, they want to burn fat, they want to, the energy that is in them, they want to dissipate it, they want to use it. They have a lot of bottled up potential energy, so they want to go kinetic. Don't change it. You didn't get the last point. Which one? That their memory becomes increasingly longer. Amen. Their memory becomes. Remember the slide. I'm still on the slide. I've not changed it. So why do babies they behave drunk sometimes? Babies behave drunk. Wow. They don't drink alcohol, so yeah, just maybe no abuse. Okay, childhood. I want to believe that you are done with childhood now. Next slide. Thank you. Okay, childhood. Aha. Now, adolescent. Someone raised issue about adolescent the other time. I was telling us about growing hair in the pubic region, and I said we have not got to that. So that is a characteristic feature of adolescent. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I think I've put it back now. Okay. Adolescent. What happened here? I told you that one thing is that growth does not follow a particular order, but development follows a particular order. I hope you remember. Okay. And I told you that the developmental pattern of a boy to a man is lying down there. There's a pattern. There is a pattern too that a girl too will follow. Here are the patterns now. For male, a boy that is going to become a man or developing to become a man, beg your pardon, voice cracks and become deeper. You get to hear something like Latif, Tumura, Rizwana. Why do babies always say when they do blah 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 blah? My baby coughing, baby, I feel is drunk. Wow, that's the mola. The baby is not drunk. So, but For the girls, their voice become thinner. Hi, my name is Ituna Akadre. But if it is a boy, say, hello, my name is Salahuddin Akadre. But a girl, hi, my name is Itunu Akadre. So the voice in the boy becomes deeper, but the voice in the girl becomes thinner. I know. Yes, but I know. The difference is that. Then next year is that for the male, see, broad chest and strong muscle. We talk about 6 packs. Yeah, thank you. It says 6 packs, broad chest. You see muscle. You see, girls tend to say, wow, see the guy I saw at ShopRite today. You missed, you are not there. Shake the shoulder like the broad. See the muscle. The guy has 6 packs. That's what you say for boys or male. But for girls, what's their own? Broad and fine thighs with pelvic. So the girls tend to have the figure 8 shape. So while the boys have the 6 packs, the girls they have the figure 8 shape. Okay, all right. Then growth of hair in the pubic region and facial hair. One of you said it earlier on. But sir, some men have pot belly. Pot belly. It's not a developmental pattern of growth in human. Some do. Then growth of hair. Then in the pubic region, the same thing with the ladies too. And then they have the enlargement of breast. You remember, I told us when we were learning about the uniqueness of human that it is called mammary gland. So, but in English language, it's called breast. So, all female mammals they have well-developed mammary gland. So, including human, yeah, mammals, so we have it. Then production of sperm start and wet dreams. The young man, excuse me, the young man, quote and unquote, will begin to have sexual fantasy. That's wet dreams. And because they have started producing sperm, he'll be having wet dreams, and now see that when he wakes up, he see himself mess up. Okay. Then what on the other for girls, they start production of eggs and they start to see their menses. They say they are now on, they see their periods every 28 days. Okay. Sir, what is the meaning of sperm? Wow. Sperm is the fluid that a man generates when he's sexually aroused. And that is what makes the egg in the female to form a zygote. The zygote will now develop into embryo, and the embryo will now develop into a baby. Okay. Wow, somebody said it has happened to me before. Okay, bless you. Fatima, you never told us. You only said please, no private chat, please. I want to be reading the chat, so I want only the ones that are academic. Okay, no private chat. Sharif, no private chat. Okay. We are writing, yeah. Are you on this slide, Farida? This particular slide? Sharif, apology accepted, but don't do that again. Okay. Yes. Okay, Farida, are you on this slide? Slide 9, or I should go to previous one? Okay, don't change it. I have not changed it. I'm waiting for you to write. Farida scream, Mr. Adetayo, we are writing. I know. So are you on this slide? Next slide. No, Farida, please stop. I'm still on this slide, except if Farida wants previous slide. I can't find my note. What happened, Farida? Okay. Please change it. All right. I think we have to move on, Farida. Okay, next slide, Daniel, next slide. Okay, all right. I have questions for you when we are done. Okay, but when we now get to the stage of adulthood now, at this stage, growth stops. Remember, one of the differences between growth and development is that growth stops at adulthood, but development continues throughout life. So one of the differences we established when we are learning about the difference between growth and development is that growth stops at adulthood, but development continues throughout life. So at adulthood, when we attain the stage of adult, growth stops. Development actually just continues. Yeah, it's still there. And this is evident by aging, appearance of gray hair, appearance of gray hair. There could be increase in weight, but not in height. Then our teeth too will start falling off. Grandma things. Okay. Let me see this. Sorry, I will still cover to this. Okay. Adults. Okay. It's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, that will be when we are doing the question. Rihanna, that will be when. Okay. All right. So for adulthood, we can see that growth stop because we have reached our peak. The development that changes will still continue. That's one major difference between growth and development. And this stage of adulthood is characterized by aging, appearance of gray hair. Then there could be increase in weight, but not height. Yeah, you don't grow taller at adult stage. We have like 9 minutes to the end of the class, but I want to try if I can share this one too. Yeah. Thank you, Abby. I want to share this. Maybe I should leave this one till next class. So I can ask them questions. You can move them and let's ask questions.
Okay. Okay, you can do that.
Okay. Hello guys, I've decided to stop the class there so that we can interact now. So if you have any question, we'll continue from there next class. If you have question now, you can just signify, let me answer your question. If you have any question, just put up your hand. Any question so far? No question. Okay. Now I will ask you my own question now. What about decrease in height? Decrease in height? No. Although what happens normally is that during adulthood, the person can like just decrease like due to shrinkage of some cells. Just about due to shrinkage, you see some people become smaller due to shrinkage of some cells, and then some people again due to overconsumption of alcohol too. It can make some people become smaller. Okay, what I told you to start falling off 6, 7. So how are children giving birth to? Wow, Demola, Don't know how children are giving birth to. That would be the next lesson. That would be the next lesson. That's why I've started to stop the lesson there. So the next lesson we do that. The next lesson we do that. I think we still have one more lesson on Friday. We learn that. When are we coming back to school? You will be duly informed. Where do children come from? Children come from the missing of the fusion of sperm and egg. Fusion of sperm and egg from baby. Okay. All right. So I have a question. Yes, Yusuf. What's the question? Which part of the body do you want to give birth through a private part? Thank you, sir. Alcohol consumption and shrinkage of cell. Yeah. You want to pay attention to this question. Be careful, Moshe. Be careful. Does it mean sperm has soul? Well, that's a question for psychologists. Do babies understand each other? I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think so. The babies understand each other. I think so. Yeah. You see their communication. It seems from their communication, it seems they understand each other. It seems so. Okay. All right. I will give you the assignment for this week on Friday after the class on Friday. I've stopped the class there. I've given you the assignment for this week on Friday. So the assignment for last week, if you have not submitted it, please submit to the email address I gave to you, either NTIC, Ogun GSS2 at ntic.edu.ng, or you submit it to me privately at yahoo.co.uk. Some of you have submitted and I've marked. If you have not submitted on Friday after the class on Friday, I'll give you the one for this week. Thank you and God bless.